Oh, well, too late now.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, boys and girls. We're live. 6 minutes earlier than normal schedule time.
Holy shit. I've been home since 11, so this isn't on me.
No, it's fine. Uh, Again, I guess this is another episode of the Old Man Gaming Hour. This will
Or so.
be, yeah,
Sorry, I'm doing the socials. You hit me, I wasn't ready. But that's okay.
yeah, that's all right. It's all right. Um, Today we're just gonna do a semi quick show, I think. Hopefully. Um, Had a pretty long weekend. We are recapping the Grimnir's Revenge GT 2025 edition, where I had went down with a handful of our Michigan/Ohio boys down to Pittsburgh and played a 2 day event down there. So, but before we get into all that, and I do a recap of my games and stuff. We'll get a little bookkeeping out of the way, I suppose. Um, Let's just go right into the stuff that matters, I guess. I
Okay.
know, Josh, where are you at on your army project?
I got the red done. All my red is done.
Oh, then,
Hopefully, there's not a lot of other colors.
then does that mean you have a three-color army?
Well, technically, I have red and white and some gray black, but it don't fucking matter because anything I do for the next 2 months is gonna be fucking for naught. Because as soon as chaos dwarves hit the fucking ground, I'm never playing another army again. So
Mike called it in the chat. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
yeah, I do.
Okay.
I mean, it's the moment I've been waiting for. It was my army in old Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and finally I'll be able to fucking play him legitimately again. So just psyched about it.
Yeah,
Just psyched about it.
I'm excited for you because
I mean,
I don't
I
think
don't
that
think.
I've seen you excited about an army, like really excited about an army until now.
I mean, I really like the cities, but I like humans, and I don't think any of the other models are worth fucking playing. And so until they get rid of all the fucking elves and dwarfs, I'll play no cities. But that being said, chaos dwarfs 100% all in. Don't need another army. I may just sell the rest.
Well, you won't. But
I
I
may.
I do have a good story about a game versus cities humans.
Yeah,
That
you
that
you smacked
yeah,
him. I saw Mike
that'll
barely
come.
beat him, and I heard that story already. We'll just leave that one for the for the people who were there.
Yeah, maybe Mike in the chat can talk about his game, but maybe I don't know. It's pretty late. I'm surprised Mike is still awake. Actually,
Well, he heard you were going to do a show.
he did. He did. I will say this before we get into it too. Luke was trying hard to be the co-host today.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, he wanted it.
Well, he could join up. Let's call him and let's get him on right now.
He wanted it. He he was
He,
like, because I
he
was like,
doesn't get to be the co-host though.
I know, I know. I was like,
He could just join in and be a third wheel. But there is no like it's young man gaming is never going to be a thing. Like you can start your own little fucking podcast and you can do your own thing. And I'm sure you'll get as many viewers as we have. We
yeah,
may even watch your show.
we
But I'll
might.
tell you this. So go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah. No. Anyways, like basically half the car ride back, he was like, "Yo, man, hey, man, if Josh ain't in, I'm in. Hit me up. Hit me in there. Get me on. Let's go." I don't got a webcam though. I went, "Oh,
Yeah, you're not. No, you. Okay, so that's why it's old man gaming because old man can afford things like webcams. Like, what kind of fucking seriously? What kind of 2-bit fucking show are you trying to run over there? God damn it, Luke.
he he'd probably it's hey Luke, just so you're aware, um, a webcam is about um, probably an eighth of a shed. Yeah, maybe an eighth
A
of a shed.
shed.
Yeah, yeah.
What? So he could build a table in the backyard for you guys to play?
No. He that's his job, man. He builds sheds. So he's got to build a shed to have money to buy Warhammer. So he needs to directly relate how many sheds he needs to build to how much
Yeah.
Warhammer he can buy. Yeah.
All
So
right,
I
I think
mean,
I just fixed it. I think I just fixed it. You let me know if the room echo is gone.
oh, I didn't notice it, but maybe it was catching it on stream.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm yelling at the mic from 3 feet away. I'll sit closer.
You're good, I think. Um,
Nah, dude. Cat stores. I don't care if it's gonna cost me 3 grand. I'm buying. I'm buying at least. I'm buying. I don't know, Mike. I don't fucking know. I'm buying. Well, what did I tell you? I'm buying at least two of every unit reinforced. Two of every unit reinforced. Two of every character. Yeah, everything. And then if I need more, I'll buy more. I'll buy 4 units of every unit reinforced. I don't care. I'm gonna own every model in that army and every way you could possibly build an army, including
I
all
told him.
characters.
I told him that, and
They thought I'm
no,
not gonna.
I mean, like they're both super excited. Both Luke and Mike are excited about it, but they're not really excited about it
Oh,
because
they're excited about
they're
cast
only
work.
gonna get like a box.
Oh, they're not even gonna do that because I'm gonna buy every box in town.
Yeah, good luck getting a box, boys. Yeah, Mike's just gonna get one box to start, and then piece out the rest of the units he needs. He said so,
I
but
could print them all in army if they want, but then we're not gonna allow prints in our tournaments.
oh,
But if they want the models, I have every file for that army already because I was gonna play it in Old World.
they have all the same stuff, like the big
Yeah,
constructs and
pretty
all that.
much. I mean, you could do whatever for the construct. I mean, that's easy. The blunderbusses are a little bit different. They're like old school blunderbusses, but they'll be the same.
But they won't look as nice, probably.
No, they're real sweet. They're real cool. Um, I don't know. You want me to fucking send you some files? The cast wars. The every company prints better than GW because they don't have to fucking print it,
Yeah, true.
so their models are better.
No,
But anyway,
I think
so
he
yep,
was thinking. Do you have the volume like on a playing, like on the stream or the YouTube on your computer right now, like you normally do?
I have YouTube playing so I can see the chat, but
Did you mute it?
the volume's off.
Okay.
All right,
All
I'll just
right.
turn it off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now it's gone. Now I'll never know what people chat on that. I'll never know.
I don't have. Well, I got a project going. I have a
What's that?
project actually.
Oh, I have. You didn't ask. I also have another project going.
Okay. Tell me.
Yeah. Right now I'm working on print Neutron.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna try to mess around with the Regiment of Renown and Soul Blight and bring Ushran, the 3 fucking
All
bat
bigs.
knights,
Yeah.
and then the little dudes with swords. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
print them all because I don't like any of GW's models except for Ushran, and Ushran that I'm printing is pretty close to the same.
It's actually really close.
Yeah.
I like that he's got
So
a huge axe too. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
I
that
like
way
the
when we
look of
play,
that.
we won't get confused because our paint job is gonna be very similar. I'm sure.
Oh, maybe. I think I'll know
Probably.
what mine is.
Yeah. I don't think it will.
I told you, Mike. I told you he's all in on effect now.
No, fuck fact. The models are dumb. Like it doesn't matter if it's a really good army. I'm not trying to play
I
that
didn't say.
trash.
No, wait,
Those
whoa,
trash.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. I didn't say you'd play it good. I just said you were in on it.
Oh, I wouldn't play it. You don't have to worry about me playing it good. I'm not going to play it at all. But I'll bring Ushran so you can get a little bit of Ushran. Your Ushran can beat all your fucking whore's ass from across the table. Your Ushran can strike last, like all my shit has to do. Like, yeah, we can play. Like, if you, that's fine. I'm gonna bring me some
It,
Ushran, a couple other fucking junk units.
It
and
takes
then a
it.
bunch of knights
It's gonna take you a little bit to master
to master Ushan, stand in the back and fucking tell shit what to do. No, easy.
them. Yeah,
Yeah, Ushan's not the hardest part of that army.
I don't need to kill Ushran in the army you're gonna ring.
You don't need to. Yeah, no, you need to. You won't win. You can't kill Ushan. You'll straight last with everything.
No, that's not. That's not how he works.
No, it is 3 units. Roll higher than a two.
Yeah.
Strike last. I get it.
Okay. You done? You done?
Yeah, that's all I've been working on.
Okay. Oh shit.
I
Uh,
printed him. I printed him while I was at work the last time. I came home and my fucking printer failed, so I
yeah, that's
had
always
to
a bummer.
redo. Yeah, I had to redo the supports. But anyways,
Um,
tell me
yeah.
what you've been working on since I
I.
just fucking ransacked your or
Oh no,
railroaded
you're
your
fine.
thing again.
I have a small little project that I'm helping somebody with. This is the
Are
first
you doing
the
Jeremy stuff?
first guy I built. Yeah. What is this guy? The Ossifector,
I don't fucking
maybe?
know. Oh, he's
Oh,
a fucking wizard. Who cares?
the wizardy boy for Bone Reapers. We have a buddy, Jeremy, that recently got into. Well, I guess he recently learned about Age of Sigmar, and he is really excited about playing and learning the game. So he bought himself an army, and I offered to help him build some of it. So he did. He gave me a spearhead box, one of the new elite spearheads. So I thought I'll just build him a box, and he can work on the other box he got or whatever else he's getting, and get his army built faster. So that's what I did that one guy before we left for the weekend, and maybe sometime this week or maybe next I'll have the box built and then give it back to him. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on.
Nice.
I did, however. Oh well, that's probably a later part of the story. That's not really. Excuse me if this is a little scatterbrainedish. Played 2 long days of Warhammer. We left Saturday morning at what time I leave the house? 5 a.m. Saturday morning. Went down to Mike's. Got Mike and Luke. Mike drove us down to Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's cool.
Got there at like 9. Played 2 straight days of Warhammer and just drove back today and got home. I don't know, 8:30 tonight. I think something like that. So it was a long couple days. A lot of sweaty games. It felt like to me, but the end result was worth it. So I guess let's talk about it.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's talk about this Grimnir's Revenge. So it's held at a game store called the Fabricator's Forge. It's located in Coraopolis, Pennsylvania. I said
Yeah,
that right.
pretty cool.
That's like a suburb of Pittsburgh. It's like right on the outskirts, on the western side of it. Um, Anyways, they hold 2 GTs a year. They hold them in the game store, so they're able to do a little bit more prize support than like maybe a normal event or something. Maybe not more than what we did, but they let them use the store for free.
Okay.
So like all the entry fees go towards prize support, and they literally it's actually kind of cool because the whole store, the upper level of the store, is a big giant room. They can hold. I think their limit is 32 players, so they must have 16 tables in this room, and the room is surrounded by shelves of all their product for all the different game lines that they have.
Sure.
So what they do is they have a I don't know what they have, an amount that they can pull off the shelf. So day 2, they just start grabbing boxes off the shelf to stack up for the prize support. I'm like, that's fantastic. You ain't got to
Nice.
go nowhere. You
Yeah.
just grab and everybody gets some cool prizes. But they did, what they do? They did best general overall. They did best in factions. They did. Um, they had a prize kind of like how we did, where it was like rewarded someone for maybe not doing as well. But they only had one of those. They didn't do each bracket like we did, but
Okay.
they did the best 2-3. And the way that worked was wins first, and then win path second, as far as like how it ranked people. Oh, and they had best painted too. Yeah, yeah. I guess I couldn't win that. I don't know, or I
Why?
didn't win that.
Oh,
Well,
you
I'll
thought
tell
yours
you.
was best painted there?
No, I have no idea. I didn't even look at. I honestly, I didn't even look at the armies. They were judging paint at lunchtime during day 1. Um, so like when I got done with my first game, it was like, I mean, I already had been up for like a while, right? Because we left at 5, or I left at 5. So I was just like, we gotta go eat something, you know. So
Sure.
we spent most of the lunch across the street at the McDonald's and just came back in and start setting up for the next game. But I didn't even really walk around to look at them. Uh, Luke said a Fire Slayer's army won. Oh, I had 3 layers of 3 layered skin and tattoos on all of them. Okay, so we got freehand on everything, and okay, it sounds cool. I think people put that much time into it. I'm sure it looks great, but I didn't get a chance to look at them. Yeah. So anyway, they did the best paint. I think they did like a last place prize along
Yep.
with that 2-3 prize. So I think that the general idea is, one of the guys was talking to me about that best 2-3 prize. They must do it. Some of the local guys there were talking about it. So it basically, since win path is the second tiebreaker, you have to win your first 2 games and then lose the last 3 to have the best win path. Because win path is calculated each time you play somebody. It's like, if your very first game, if you beat somebody, you get a point. The second game, if you beat somebody, you get 2 points. The third game, if you win, you get 3 points. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's
Yeah.
win path number goes up as they're winning games through the thing.
Sure.
So, if you win 2 games, you've played other people that's won, kind of thing, and
Yep.
then you lost. Instead of playing people you lose 3 times, you get, no win path basically through 3 games, and then you're playing people that have already lost then, so you're not escalating up the win path scale or whatever it is. So anyways, that's who would have won that. 2 wins and then 3 losses. It gives your best chance for that, I guess. So but anyway, still a cool prize for getting something out of GT for maybe not performing well, like how
Yeah.
we did.
Agree too.
Yeah. So, let's. I want to do. I don't want to do this because I don't want to reveal the pairings or the placings right off the bat. I'll go to pairings first, and we'll just look at mine.
We're gonna look at yours. Or you're gonna look at. Do you want to do like how the rest of our team did? Because everyone I noticed signed up as Old Man Gaming.
Yeah. So it's kind of a funny thing too. Um, I guess we'll. Yeah, I can talk about that for a minute. So, um, unbeknownst to us, Rob Molshine was able to get away for the weekend and drive down, stay at his parents' house, and play in this event. I don't even think I noticed that until Saturday when we were driving down there that he signed up. So, um, I got an easier way to do this. Okay, so anyway, Rob came under the OMG banner, which was real cool. And what did he do? I'm gonna look it up on my phone, so I'm not showing the stream right away. Rob went 4-1 with a Zinch list that was all shooting. He ran a couple chariots, and then like basically every unit that had a shooting ability. I think
Yeah, I
in the
saw his
list.
list. That's a good list. I
Yeah.
liked it. It was fun.
So yeah, he did real well with it. The unfortunate part for him is that he somehow drew Mike Roush in round one.
Really.
Yeah,
So somebody had to lose.
and that was his only loss. Yeah, I don't know how that actually paired up. I think day one was random pairings. I want to say.
Yeah, but you
Because
shouldn't.
it
If you're rolling to Pittsburgh, you shouldn't be playing somebody in your team.
no, I know, but I think it's because it was random. I don't think they had the limiter on the club name. That must be how that worked. I don't really know why that worked like that. Because they didn't grudge each other. I know that. But yeah, either way, Rob was did real well. 4-1. 4-1's great actually, to be honest.
Especially, I would say, in the field that was there. I mean, there was a lot of
Yeah, there was
top-notch
a good
competition.
handful of heavy hitters. That's for sure. So Rob was a 4-1. Who else did we hit? Luke came down with us. He's the young man of Old Man Gaming. Shout out to Luke in the chat.
What up, Luke in the chat?
Luke went 3-2, so winning record, but finished the lowest of the OMG gang. So, you know, put in
That's
some
what
work. Put in some work, Luke. You'll get better. No, but he did real good. He was playing Night Haunt, and we did have a practice game here last week that I played into that Night Haunt list. It's pretty cool. It's different, I think, from some other Night Haunt stuff because he took the sub faction where you get the teleportation.
So he didn't play with three black coaches.
No, he did not. He doesn't like black coaches. He thinks they're dumb. They're one
Yeah,
model for 300 some points, and he hates that.
he's wrong, but that's okay. I mean, he can be
Yeah, I
wrong.
know. We try to tell him, but he's pretty opinionated on what he likes, so that's fine.
Well, and that's why he's 3-2.
Yeah. Well, hey, you said it. We tried to tell him, but he didn't listen. But yeah, so Luke went 3-2. He did, however, beat. I think he had 2 wins. Remind me if I'm wrong, Luke. He had 2 wins against the Burning River Boys. And if nobody knows who the Burning River Boys are, they're the boys from Cleveland, Ohio, and we have a blood feud against them, as OMG versus the Burning River Boys do.
Real quick, Ricopotamus said that he heard you did well. Just watch back on YouTube. But anyways, he's headed to bed. So
Okay, thanks.
we'll try to
That's
get
Rick.
it against you as soon as we can, buddy.
Yeah, man, we missed you this weekend, Rick. Um, yeah. Anyways, who else did we bring down? We brought down. Um, honorary OMG member for this weekend, anyways, was Walter Brock.
Oh,
Walter.
really? He played under Old Man Gaming?
No, he did not. He played under his dojo club,
Oh,
but he did come up from. I think he says he lives in South Carolina. Drove 11 hours. Oh, Okay, this man was dedicated. Okay, one of Mike's friends from down south Drove 11 hours. Um, Friday to come up and stay with us. We didn't leave till Saturday. Okay. He came up Friday, slept in his car at a gas station
I love
Friday night.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say
Uh,
more.
uh, day one at lunch, got obliterated drunk at the bar across the street. Had to play two more games while trying to sober up.
Love that.
Went to dinner with us. Back to the hotel. Slept on the floor because he brought his own pillow and blanket. And got up like a trooper the next day. Played two more games. And then, since he has to work tomorrow, he's driving 11 hours back home tonight.
I love that, dude.
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
that dude's a fucking animal. Um, but yeah, super nice dude. First time I got to meet him, I talked to him a bunch in Discord, mainly in the Team USA Discord. That's one of the guys I talked to a lot about Feck, because he played him quite a bit, and it was lovely to meet him. Super cool dude. Hopefully we get to meet up at some other events later on. But anyway, so he was the honorary member because he stayed with us.
Okay.
He went 4-1. He brought Lumineth Realm Lords. I don't. We didn't talk a lot about his list and stuff while we were there. I'm sure he
Looked like it
played
was
just
mostly
fine.
cows.
Oh, oh, that's right. He brought the Stone Guard and the big cow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do remember that about it, but piloted it well. I can't remember who he lost to.
I looked at it, but I can't remember either.
Oh, he lost to Roush.
Oh,
So we're gonna do a Mike Roush recap once I get done talking about our dudes, because it's also a funny story actually. But anyway, yeah, Walter, if you watch this back, hey man, thanks for coming. Nice to meet you, and congratulations on 4-1. Then we have the before mentioned Mr. Michael Roush. Oh, hey Luke, thanks for just following the Twitch stream just now, today, right
oh,
now.
nice. Yeah, thanks. Part of the team, part of the
Mm-hmm.
ship, part of the crew.
Yeah, yeah. That should have
Worst
been
part.
that we've had this YouTube and Twitch channel for over a year.
Worst part of the team and worst part of the crew.
Oh boy, that's why you're only 3-2.
Yeah. I don't know what my excuse is because I go 3-2 a lot, but
Oh, well, I mean, maybe I'll teach you how to play this game one day.
well, it's because I play every army. I
Oh,
mean, when you
that's
have to
true.
know every army, but I'll tell you, that's going to change.
Okay.
Time's coming.
Yeah, let's go. Get good, nerd. Yeah.
So anyway,
Mike's record. Let's do a look at that. Mike also finished 4-1. Do you see a theme? A lot of 4-1s
so
coming out of a lot of 4-1s coming out of the OMG boys.
Toledo's always been a powerhouse of gaming.
So, Mike was playing a meme list and went 4-1. So that was fantastic.
It's not a meme list. He plays the exact same Fire Slayer list, and he fucking crushes people with it.
It's not the exact same Fire Slayer list.
I mean, it's just like his Fire Slayer list, except for his corn.
I mean, kind of, I guess. It probably
You
works
have
different.
to split your attacks against it. It's
I
hard
know,
to
I
fucking
know.
pick who you're attacking. Dude,
So
it's the same list.
Mike ran.
Good shit, different day, Mike.
What was it? Are you looking at it? Was it 16 heroes?
Yeah, I'm not looking at it.
Something like that. Oh, you're
I'm
doing
working on files.
Yeah, it's
I
no
look
longer
at it.
gonna. It's like the it's the pre-hero hammer new book list without having the new Army of Renown rules.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. They wrote. I heard they're doing the Army of Renown just for Mike. I actually heard that
Oh
GW
yeah, that's true.
was like, let's add this Army of Renown because Mike Roush likes to play this, and so let's just do it.
Mm-mm. That's not how it went down.
No, tell me how it went down.
GW called Mike directly on a cell phone. They
Right.
said, Mike, I know since you've always been a corn player, self-proclaimed, always been a corn player,
Always the corn.
what would you like to see in the new book? And they gave him free reign, no stipulations.
Yeah.
And Mike said, give me Hero Hammer. Put it in the Army of Renown. Oh, and what I also would like is I would like my whole army to have 5 aboard.
Right.
And crit mortals on all the weapons. Make it happen. And they said, whatever you need, sir.
Whatever. They're like, yeah, we're here for this.
Yeah.
And it's in the book.
Oh, sorry, 4 upward. I misspoke. It's a 4 upward on the whole army and crit mortals on the weapons.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm gonna print those fucking models too, and I'm gonna play corn.
Because, well, it's only because Mike's trying this list out and was like, "Hey, look, I really can't kill anything, but I don't want to die. So, can you make both those things a reality?" And
well, I mean, he's got 300 units, so he's always gonna get the reroll, right?
Yeah.
And then when any of his dudes die, he gets a fucking point. So his dude's got his units got 6 wounds. Oh, you killed my guy. Oh, I gain a point.
And it also worked crazy because that happened. So he would have so much blood tithe that instead of like doing the normal corn things where you like are just screwing people's charges up and shit like that all the time, he's just draining the board with meteors and just killing all the heroes with fucking meteors.
Well, that's not going to work next edition.
Oh, that's crazy.
But that's fucking, I mean, brilliant. And that's, you know, the kind of thing that we expect out of Mike Roush.
But Mike's one loss came from, it actually wasn't even a loss, to be honest. So
yeah, you just told me this story.
Yeah, Mike played Preston in his cities list right next to me when I was playing my 4th game. And I finished before them, so I got to watch like the last round. And Mike was down in points. Then they played the 4th turn. They both tied in the 4th turn. The 5th turn, Mike was able to score a 10 and Preston only an 8. Natural tie. So then they didn't really know what to do. I, as a joke, said, why don't you roll off for it? So they fucking did. So Mike grabs a dice, rolls a 5. I was like, oh shit, that's how Mike just won. Preston rolls a dice, 6. Wins the game on a roll of a 6.
Well,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like, Mike's like, nah, you earned it, man. You rolled the 6. And I said, I started apologizing because I was like, dude, I didn't want you guys to do that. I was just joking. I thought it'd be funny. And then you did it. Mike's like, I don't care. Whatever. It's just games. So Preston took the, I don't know, what do you even call that? Fucking...
The roll-off.
Roll-off tiebreaker win or something. But yeah, so anyways, it was like, that was crazy, man. It was like, wild to see how that one ended. But, because, Mike took the loss there, he ended up 4-1, because he ended up beating his next opponent. So another 4-1 out of OMG. Oh, and Mike, on his own accord, ran his OMG. I didn't pay the man. I didn't suggest it even in the car ride down. He just did it. Okay.
We like to see it. I mean, he's part of another team too, but it doesn't matter. You can run as more than one team.
Oh, I know. And I'm like, I'm never going to pressure anybody to be on the team or put themselves as OMG. Well, I think he thought it would be funny because we knew a bunch of the Burning River boys going down, so we were like, we're joking around about the feud thing, but we'd like to banter back and forth and, he was like, all right, I'll just do it. I don't care.
We kind of pressured Rick into joining the team.
Oh, Rick, we had to talk into, but we wanted Rick on the team.
Yeah, no, we
Wanted,
want Rick, but we had to
yeah.
pressure him. We're like, come on, man, we need you.
Rick just didn't think that he was deserving. And it
Why?
doesn't, I don't know. That's what one of his things was. And if you're our
Because he
buddy,
doesn't think he's old enough.
no, like he thought it meant like he had to perform well or
Dude,
whatever.
we on
I know.
our we're probably 500 and on average our team.
Yeah, no, I know.
We
I
got a
said
bunch of scrubs.
we. Jesus. Okay.
I
Sorry,
mean,
everybody.
I'm talking about me.
Oh, you included. No, yeah, we just want our friends on the team. And if
Yeah,
anybody else wants to join the team, that's cool too. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, we did get Rick on the team finally. He's up and running. But we do want to see you at more events, Rick. That would be nice. That's always fun to see you, man.
yeah, he's a busy dude.
I know. I'm just saying. It's always cool to see friends at events. That's all.
That's what happens when you get his age. You just fucking find other shit to do. That's why Logan doesn't play right now.
So we went through Luke, Rob, Walter, and Mike. There was somebody else that went that we didn't cover yet.
I thought that was it. I thought there was five. Walter wasn't.
Luke, Rob,
All right, let me bring out
Walter, Mike. That's four. There was five of us.
Oh, you're talking about yourself?
Oh, we didn't talk about me.
Yeah, but I thought there was another one.
No, I think that was it. You can look, but I know I was there.
That's fine. You know.
So let's talk about what I did.
Let's talk about it.
Hmm. I guess you can just look at it.
I can't because I turned off the stream.
Oh.
Mike, maybe turn off the stream.
Uh, I did a little thing called a 5-0.
Oh, well, fucking A, it's about time. I'm not gonna clap, but
I'll slow clap for myself.
I've given you a props for it already. First 5-0 for the old man game. Love to see it.
First, hopefully not the last, but I will tell you, going 5-0 is no easy feat. It's like you gotta be locked in like for 2 straight days. And you know, like I know we've both been there before, where it's like, oh, you take a loss on day one or something, and then like the winning of the event is out of the picture immediately, right? Sometimes, so you're just like, well, we'll just have some fun games playing Warhammer, and it becomes like less serious and like skewed more toward fun than serious.
Yeah. I mean, I always try to win, but
well, sure, but like you know, it's like I'm not going to win the event now because you suffered one loss somewhere. So all the games were like that whole time where you're like, I can't make a mistake. I got to make all the right decisions. I can't like lose a unit because I did something dumb, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that part of it just comes along with the territory, I suppose. But 5 kind of sweaty games of Warhammer. Not that it was like sweaty in the sense of like super try hard, but you just knew like you had to be mentally there the whole time and not do weird shit or whatever. You know, because sometimes you just go, oh, I'm going to YOLO this because I don't care. So,
sure.
But if we take a look at my path, I played. This isn't going to be exactly the way I want to do it, but game 1 was versus Matthew Simmons, and Matthew was playing something I haven't played before, in a sense. He was playing combat rats, and not the rat ogres combat rats, the clan rats and the storm vermin. with Vizic and the new Soggy Screaming Bell. So um, that one was like a little bit like I didn't know exactly what to do with it because you normally you play rats and they have shooting and they have kind of tricks and stuff, and it was more his list was more like, hey, I have some ways to buff my all my rats, my little rats,
Sure.
and I have a big screen of rats, and then I have punchy rats behind those, and I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. For some reason, I thought it was just going to be like so many wounds to get through before I was able to move and do stuff. Turns out it wasn't exactly like that, but he made a mistake that I had to punish him for because he moved Vizic off to the side to
Was it playing
try to take an objective or something.
Combat Rats?
No, I mean like maybe the list is okay. I heard later that he was like a newer player or a cat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not newer, casual was the word. So he was a local guy from down there and comes and plays at the store and stuff. But anyway, a nice dude. I mean, him and his girlfriend both play, and he was telling me all about that and the different armies they have and stuff. And he couldn't kill anything of mine. Was the bottom line. He strung out Vizic to the flank, and Morbigs run him down, killed him, and killed a bunch of a bunch of little rats, and I ended up beating him. So that one wasn't. That was the least challenging of the games, I would say.
Okay.
But you're going to get that sometimes on random pairings on turn round one. So,
Yeah.
but I did give him an OMG card, and he hasn't traveled for any events yet, but I think he seemed like he might want to. So, anyways, I invited him. So maybe one of these days we'll see him out and about.
Nice.
Game 2 was versus Sean, and this this story I think will shock you. This was a real like head scratcher game. So Sean was playing Blades of Corn, and I guess I could just do this. So he was playing Blades of Corn under the Cornite Legion, which later I found out from Mike that it was the sub faction that lets you fight after each other or whatever, the
Yeah.
double fight one or whatever.
So it's one of the demon ones. No, it's the one
Oh,
where
it's
you play
immortal
demons
ones.
and mortals,
Yeah,
right?
demons and mortals.
And
Yeah,
if a demon is close to a mortal, then you get to attack with each one or something crazy like
yeah,
that.
it's something like that. However, that didn't happen. Um, yeah.
So he was
So
like, "Fuck my rules.
no, no, no.
I'm playing
He
you."
well, listen. This I'm telling you, this story's going to be a doozy. So he had a bloodthirster. Okay, as
Okay.
one does.
As
He
one.
had a Herald of Corn, reinforced bloodletters, a
Okay.
Bloodstoker, reinforced Skull Reapers, and then a Slaughter Priest and two Blood Reaver units and a Ritualist. So the Blood Reavers were his screens, right?
Sure.
Behind one of the screens was the Bloodstoker and the reinforced demon unit, Skull
Yep.
Reapers. No, not Skull Reapers. The Bloodletters.
Yep.
Behind the other screen was the reinforced unit of Skull Reapers. So, and then his Bloodthirster was off on a flank. Okay.
Okay.
Now I know what he wanted to do. However, this is how turn 1 went. How many drops was he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was 5 drops. He won the roll. Then he said, you can go first.
Interesting. Okay.
I went, okay. Oh, and we also played on a map where he had 3 objectives in his zone. I had 3 in mine. Right? There was nothing. There was no objectives across the middle or nothing. I
Sure.
forget what the map was, but anyway, that was the gist of the deployment stuff. We both deployed on all 3 of ours, so 1, 2, and more was out of the question. Gave me turn. He gave me the rundown of his threat ranges and whatever. Right? He stayed away from me, like back off the line, so I couldn't reach him. Turn 1, I think, was his strategy. And since I couldn't reach him, I stayed put. Did my noble deeds stuff, blah, bookkeeping, didn't move.
Okay.
Okay? His bottom of 1. Trying to buff up his stuff with his prayers, right?
Sure.
Rolled a 1. Failed a prayer.
Mm.
Another prayer. Rolled a 1. Failed a prayer. Another prayer. Rolled a 1. Failed a prayer. Said, fuck. I didn't get any of the stuff off I wanted to get off. I'm not moving. My turn's over. I went, wow, oh, okay. I didn't move. You didn't move. Tie score. 8-8.
Okay.
Turn 2. I go. I said, okay, I'll go. Whatever. Did my bookkeeping, did some more deeds. I'm not moving into your threat range because that's dumb. Didn't move. His turn. Needs to get his prayers off, so he's got buffs and whatever they do. Prayer. Rolled a 1. Prayer. Rolled a 1. Pray again. Rolled a 1.
Wow.
He said, damn. Didn't get enough prayers though. Also didn't get any blood tithes because he rolled 1s on the blood tithe when he cut himself.
Jeez.
Didn't get shit. Didn't move. He's like, I'm done. Cool. Tie game after 2. Round 3. I go again. Max out all my deeds. I don't move. His round 3. He went, pray. Rolled a 1.
I can see where this is going.
Pray. Rolled a 1. Cut himself. Rolled a 1.
No, you're lying, dude.
I
This
swear.
is how,
I swear to you, 9 in a row 1s. No joke. Then he said, "Well, we're not gonna play the game if I don't do something." I think he was getting a little antsy. So
well, he's corn.
yeah, I know. And I'm just waiting for him to get closer so I can pounce. He didn't. Takes the bloodthirster. Across the board. However they do that. I don't know. He auto ran him and then did he had the 6-inch murder lust with him. He did have one. I think he cut himself once, so he had 1 blood tithe throughout all of that. So he got his bloodthirster across the table within 6 inches of my Morbegs. Murder lust 6 inches. How was it? Murder lust 6 inches to get on to my objective that I only had 1 Morbeg on. Fought him. I don't even know if he killed any. Killed maybe 1 or 2. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Took the objective from me. Right?
Sure.
Retreated that fucking guy back across the board. or back enough, right? So now he had 1, 2, and more. So he was up by 2. Well, he was up by 12 or 10 or whatever. Bottom of 3, I go, take the objective back. Don't move forward because I don't want to just get pounced on in the middle of the table, right? End my turn without moving. He's up by 2 after 3 turns. Turn 4, he's up, so he knows he doesn't have to do anything, right? If I just keep scoring 8 now, I lose.
Right.
Again, he doesn't move a shit. Well, he might have moved up a few inches. I don't know. It wasn't anything really. And I went, okay. I got 2 turns to score a 10 instead of an 8. At least to tie. I said, this has got to be it. This has to be the spot where I just try stuff. Or I'm going to lose.
Okay.
I send my shit. Just go. Fucking go. Put pressure on him. Go. He had... he did, however, in the course of that, he didn't roll 9 straight ones, but there were 9 ones. He had previously got out the skulls, those skull things, right? And he put those in front of his troops. So that was my target, to get across the board and charge those things and then move into his shit, right? Kind of thing. So had he not done that, I couldn't have reached him. So I did all that. I ended up taking one of the objectives back. What was it? I want to be accurate, so let me pull up my actual game recap on the app just to make sure I'm telling it right, because Sean might watch this maybe.
Yeah, you don't want to lie about
and
them.
be like, man, that's not how it went. Okay, so yeah, okay, that's what happened. So he scored the 10 in round 3. I had to go across the board. I actually took back an objective he controlled and scored a 10 to give me 15 points in the 4th turn. So I was up by 2. No, I was up by... Three. I was up by, Jesus, what was that? I was up by 5, sorry. I was up by 5. Nope.
Work out your math.
Oh my god, I'm trying to do it right now. It's like, no, I was right. I was up by 5, because he scored a 10 previously. So, and I scored a tactic, and he had not yet. So I was up by 5 after turn 4. I felt comfortable because he didn't move his hammers out yet, right? The Bloodthirster, yeah, but if all I got to do is deal with one Bloodthirster and not the rest of all his army, I don't care about that. So turn 5, I took the double, just so I could score 10, right? Because I wasn't going to get another tactic. I couldn't control all of the objectives in his zone. And by this point, it was like, look, if I can score a 10 and hold him from not scoring a 10 and a tactic, then I win. Right. Because 10 and a tactic would have made us tie, right? So I scored 10, fine. He goes. He is unable to move me off enough objectives. He did kill a hero for Master of the Paths because he got his Bloodthirster into the Vargolf, which ended up dying. But the Vargolf was there in order for him not to be able to pounce on the Marrow Scroll, which would have gave him another 5 points because he had the treasure on him. So the way it worked out is he tried to work it out a bunch of ways to where he could get over there and like get into Vargulf and then swing,
Yeah.
but he used Murderlust to get into the Vargulf and not charge. So he tagged him, and then I countercharged my Morbeg Knights 8 inches to tag the backside of the Bloodthirster so he couldn't pile away from him. So he killed one hero, got a tactic, but didn't hold in more objectives than me, and I won by 2 points.
Wow.
Crazy. That was a crazy game. So it's sorry that was a little long-winded, but
That was a crazy story.
it was the weirdest game I've ever played. It was like we didn't fight until turn 4. I was like, what? Why is this happening like this?
Yeah.
It was a matter of circumstance because of the way the turns went. Like neither of us wanted to like be the first one to expose themselves, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, really strange. And then I got to actually face Owen Malley. Remember Owen Malley from our GT? Got his first 5-0 there.
Yeah.
So he was part of the Burning River boys. This was my game 3. So right after that weird, crazy, mental game of a game that I played with Sean, I get Owen. And Owen was running Seraphon, which I've had a lot of experience playing against when you croak bomb me to death for a long time.
Yep.
And he was running Croak. So I was like, okay, I know how to deal with Croak. Got to get to him, deal X amount of wounds, and then he dies, right?
Yep.
Now, this list, I haven't played against this complete list either. It was Croak, a unit of the Hunters of Hanshi, right? A reinforced Kroxigor, which apparently slaps the shit out of stuff. The Scourge of Guy ran Saurus Old Blood on Carnosaur, which slaps harder than the Kroxigor for some odd reason. A reinforced unit of Agrodon Lancers and a Bastiladon Arc of Sotek, which is on a 2-up save, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had business winning this game because if he would have hit me with everything like he wanted to do, like a full send, smack me, it would have been over. He would have killed so much stuff. But the way that this went, and it was a close game. I eked it out 65-61. We each scored 3 tactics apiece. However, I scored 10 in each round on the primary, and he scored only 8 on the last 2 rounds. So for 3 rounds, we were tied. And he moved all of his units up into the middle and made me deal with him there. So I actually kind of spiked on him a bit. So he had the Kroxigor and the Lancers next to each other in Ushran, the Horrors, and a Morbeg Knight unit. Well, Ushran made the Agrodon strike last. So I had to punch the Kroxigors first. The Kroxigors proceeded to all die but 1. Felt good about that. Then the Horrors slapped the piss out of the Agrodons and killed all of them. Then he was left with 1 Kroxigor, the Carnosaur, and Croak. Oh, and the Art of Sotek. But the Art of Sotek I didn't attack right away anyways because it was like 2-up save and I'd rather kill the power, right?
Yeah.
The next turn, the Arc of Sotek just died. I put everything, I just collapsed onto it.
Yeah, I mean, weight of dice.
Yeah, it was just enough that like I got enough through that just, it's like a 2-up save and like 12 wounds, maybe something like that, and it didn't survive. He did make a pretty bold play. I mean, he was bombing me with Croak, which was kind of annoying, but playing Croak into me is like you're gonna do a bunch of mortal chip damage, but not enough to kill off a unit. Kill
Yeah,
a
if you
guy here,
can't,
kill a
you
guy
know,
there, kill a guy here. You know,
Ethan and I were talking about that on the way home tonight. Against Spec, you got to take units off the board.
yeah,
It's almost like playing Giants, where it's a DPS check.
yeah, sure, yep, sure is. And you got to do it in one turn. Unlike Giants, where you could chip away at them and get them in 2 turns, maybe. But the Carnosaur. Um, if anybody's playing Seraphon out there, run this boy. This dude was sick as fuck. He didn't get into combat right away because I think he was scared to lose him right off the rip, right? But I had retreated Usharan because Usharan was taking mortal damage, mortal damage, mortal damage, mortal damage, or whatever. And he had like 10 wounds on him or something like that. So I had to retreat Usharan. Well, I say retreat. Move him back after stuff died to go back into the corner of the board. Because I was just planning on running him away and, you know, healing him and rallying him or whatever. Just so he stayed alive. Well, that freaking Carnosaur comes barreling down, and he said, I'm going after Usharan, and I don't give a shit. And so we got him into Usharan, made the charge. I think he actually rolled like exactly what he needed for the charge to get into him. It was not a close charge, maybe 8, 9, something like that. And I said, okay, well, you can fight me. But if I roll a 6, you strike last. What do I do, Josh?
Well, you roll a 6,
I
and that's
roll
why
sixes.
I'm playing Ushran 2.
I rolled a 6 and made the
Because I make
Carnosaur
everybody
strike
strike
last,
last, and he'll make everyone strike last more.
which was awesome. The rolling the 6 against a monster is the fantastic feeling, right? So I was like, oh man, I'm going to pop this Carnosaur right off this table, and he's going to feel bad about it. And that was the turn Usharan decided not to land any hits. So I completely whiffed. I don't think I did a single damage to him. And then he murdered the shit out of Usharan.
Love to see it.
But everything was dead other than the Carnosaur and Croak. The next turn, I do 10 or 12 damage into Croak, I think, something like that. And then he rolls Croak's rolled a 16. Poof, gone. So the Carnosaur at the end didn't have enough to score enough points for him
Yeah, you
because he
can't win
couldn't he
games
could
for
he
one
couldn't
model.
yeah he couldn't cover the primary. I mean he hunted down a foot hero and killed him for one of his tactics, but didn't have enough left on the table, and I think that shocked him a bit because I'm sure he had a lot of games where he just full sended those dudes in and they just murdered everything they touched, But Usharan being able to give out strikes last is like top tier when it comes to combat abilities.
Certainly helps.
Yeah, when you
Which
can
is,
dictate fight order, it's crazy.
yeah, I'll be doing a lot of that with my list that I'm going to be playing. So,
So that wrapped up day one, and I felt pretty good about being 3-0. But I've had 3-0 days before, and day two you're just going to get mollywopped with the guys who've already gone 3-0 also.
yeah.
So started day two after an awesome breakfast at this little teeny fucking breakfast shop that Rob found, like right down the street. Played Ben close. Ben's super cool. He was one of the TOs of the event, but he was running. He was running Nurgle. So he was running the new Soggy Rotigus, and his list goes like this. This is actually real fun. This list right here. So he ran Soggy Rotigus. He ran reinforced Blight Lords, so the big flies, and then 2 reinforced units of Blight Kings, and then the Regiment of Renown to bring the Demon Prince. Oh, and a Sloppy Bilepiper. So, again, it was a 6 objective map, one of which just barely being out of the deployment zone on each side. So you had 2 inside and 1 out. So I covered the 2 in deployment that were in my zone. So did he. How was this? There's was it a sub faction? There was a way. I can't remember what he said. I don't know if it's the sub faction or an ability on the Demon Prince that lets you redeploy, like a teleport redeploy thing, like a deep strike mechanic. Anyways,
I don't know anything about Nurgle.
yeah, it was really cool play because so even though he deployed, however he deployed, he kept Rodigus and all of the Blight Kings in a grouping, and then he took the Blight Lords and the Demon Prince, removed them off the table, set them up on the objective outside of 9 inches of me that I couldn't set up on during deployment.
Yep.
And that was a deployment move. So he owned that objective from the start of the game, right?
Okay.
So he was getting 1, 2, and more before I could do anything. Well, he set up outside of 9 with both of those units. Proceeded to move, because that was a deployment phase teleport thing, so he could do his normal shit, move within 3 inches of me. I had to redeploy the Morbid Knights a little bit further down so he didn't have a direct path to my heroes, so I could screen him with an arc of those dudes strung out. So I did that. I redeployed 4 inches, covered my ass. He got the Blight Lords charged in, right, into my brick of things. Okay, Justin said it's... Oh, okay, it's a sub-faction ability that lets you pick 2 friendly Nurgle units that fly to do the thing. The deep strike thing.
Okay.
So his Demon Prince, which was also 3 inches away, rolled a 5 on the charge, which didn't get him over the top of my Morbegs, which I actually left this much space, like this, for a Demon Prince that actually fit right there. And on the other side of that was my Vargulf, my Maelstrom Herald, and my chair. So my butt puckered a little bit, but I was like, "Oh, he didn't land it." Whew. Okay. Then he goes, "You know what? I'm gonna re-roll that." Re-rolls the charge. Another 5. I was like, "Holy shit. Thank you, Lord, that he didn't place his dude right in the middle of all my shit." Because, do you know the Rampage on a Demon Prince?
I do not. They're a monster?
Yeah. Yes, maybe? Yes. So his Rampage is he rolls as many dice as his movement characteristic, which is 10. So he rolls 10 dice. And on 3 ups, they're mortal wounds. So he would have popped the fuck off my heroes, probably. Right? He would have done all the mortal wounds into one and fought the other one, basically. And killed 2 heroes before I got to play.
So not a monster, not a rampage, but okay.
Well, his ability, whatever. You know it's his ability. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Welcome to the chat, Jeremy, and thank you too. So, anyways, he failed that kind of like Alpha Strike thing where I was kind of like a little bit unaware of that he was going to get his shit into me. Anyhow, so he's like, "That's fine. I'll fight the Morbegs and whatever." He he killed two Morbegs. I want to say two or three maybe. I didn't have many left after that, or
Okay.
four. I think he actually killed four because I had two left when I redeployed or retreated him and stuff. So I was like, "Whoa, I got to shift gears here because I need to deal with this bullshit that's in front of me because I can't allow the Demon Prince to like have free reign on like just blowing up my stuff with mortals."
Yeah.
So army shifts. Redeploy the Morbegs, or not redeploy, but retreated the Morbegs out of combat onto the other side of all of that stuff. The horrors now have to shift all the way to the left because they were screening Usharan. They go up to the left. Usharan comes over because I know I need to do a shit ton of damage, so he has to fight. The Vargulf comes down because he's anti-infantry and the Demon Prince is infantry.
Right.
So I get all that stuff in position to fight. Oh, and also bring the Haunter Courtier over because I need the buff from him, right? Charge all of it in. Surrounded this big clump of shit. And fight. I gave fight last to the bugs. And couldn't give it to the Demon Prince because I was out of the range, Usharan's range with him. So the Haunter fights, does his fight crap, gives the horrors +1 to hit. The horrors, I think, may have had the Drain's transformation spell on them, I want to say. So they pile in around the bugs. Only two of them could reach the Demon Prince. So I had to split them up. I didn't want to do that, but I said, well, I don't know. I have to do something here. So two horrors fight the Demon Prince. Pop to the wound. Gone. With two horrors.
Okay.
The other four horrors fight the bugs. Boom. Between them and Usharan, three big bugs dead. So his Alpha Strike doesn't kill a unit. I kill all of his shit but one. Then the only thing he's got left on the table is Rodigus and the Blight Kings, which are across the board still because they didn't move.
And they're slow as shit.
Yeah, and they're slow as shit, right? So he ran them both on his next turn, but didn't get them up close enough. Then what happens? Out comes the goddamn Cadaver Barricade. Put that shit at the one cast because he retreated his bug away from me, and then moved up his other stuff so he could kind of like draw me in and fight me all in the middle with all of his punchy stuff. So there was a spot that was like straight up and down from where I was at, placed the wall, touched everything.
Hmm.
You know what half of 4 is?
It's 2.
Yeah, 2. Everything moved 2 inches from that point. And then
yeah, that's some bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit.
And the rest of it, I literally just cocooned him in the center of the board because he moved off all the objectives to come to me. Also, how was it? He did end up killing the Morbeg Knights at one point, the ones that he severely damaged. So he may have hit me with the Demon Prince before I killed him with the horrors, maybe something like that. Anyways, I brought back 3 Morbeg Knights and put them 9 inches away from the Biopiper that was up in the corner of the map on an objective. Nailed a 10-inch charge on that dude, popped him, took the objective, 1, 2, and more, bang, and I scored 10 points on the primary the whole game. Scored 3 tactics. Oh no, hold on. Wrong game. I scored 10 on every other except for the first turn because he had 1, 2, and more on me, and I couldn't do nothing but deal with his Alpha Strike. 10 the rest of the game. 4 tactics. He knew he couldn't do anything once I surrounded him because he wasn't going to like fight out and then go and get on an objective or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So, got the win only because like the math was so skewed in my way off of his Alpha Strike. Number one, I probably shouldn't have killed the Demon Prince with 2 horrors, and I for sure shouldn't have killed 3 of those flies that are 7 or 8 wounds apiece on a, what were they on, like a 3-up, 5-up, something like that. They're crazy tanky.
They're ridiculously tough to kill.
Yeah. So, so he was, I think he puckered after that, after I puckered when he Alpha struck me. And he was just like, man, you got it, dude. Good game, man. I know you did exactly what you needed to do. I also took a double turn at one point just to get recursion back and stuff. It was like a defensive double.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, if I didn't take the double at that point, I was dwindled a little bit in some units, and like he would have just pushed the rest of his army toward me, and I would have been in trouble. So
sure,
that helped. So real fun dude to play too. I wish that some of those guys we were able to like that we lived closer, and also he's from down there, and I did invite him up to our GT, but. A big group of those guys say they go to Brewhammer every year.
Okay.
And I know that's real close to the dates of ours, which is kind of unfortunate because I think we would get a little bit more people if we weren't so close to that event. But I get it. Brewhammer is a fun time. It's at a brewery, drinking beers, playing Warhammer, super fun. So I know a lot of guys go to that just because it's a cool, fun event to go to.
Sure.
And it's close to them, whatever. It's closer than us anyways. But maybe we'll get some of those guys up as our event gets bigger. But that was the game against Ben. So it was my first time ever being 4-0 at an event. So I felt pretty good about that. Had some time at lunch. And I knew who I was playing next because Mike had just lost to Preston on a roll-off.
Which is crazy.
That I witnessed. So, like, I probably was in my favor not playing Mike's list because, it's hard to deal with all the individual guys, like you were saying. You got to split attacks and you got to do a lot of funky stuff to play against it.
Yeah.
So, that was fine, whatever. So I knew I was playing Preston, for the tournament. And I did have some time at lunch to go over his list and kind of like take a look at what he was planning on doing to me. And Mike gave me some insights on, like, because he had just played him, right? And just to tell me like what stuff did, important stuff to try to take care of, whatever. So, going into the last game, why don't you do me a favor and just read out loud the list title, if you can see it?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, do you not have it up? I'm sorry.
No, I can't see it.
Okay. It says...
You're bringing it up here in a minute. Oh.
Yeah, I got it.
Hi, I'm Preston, and I cheat literally every phase.
which was literally not a lie, although he didn't purposely do anything malicious or cheaty. It was just funny stuff. Like I can't even remember what the stuff was. I was like, I don't think you can do that. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. Like one of those things. But I mean, it was game 5, right? So it was like we're both kind of cooked. Had 4 sweaty games leading up.
I mean, game 5, you should know.
No, I know, but a group of them guys went out to the bar Saturday night too, so I think that was like, rough nights for those guys. or rough mornings maybe. No, I know it wasn't like he was getting rules wrong. It just was like he played well. He played well, but it was more of a teasing thing. I think
Sure.
that's why he put that in there. And um, I think there was a couple things that happened in Mike's game which were kind of funny too, which like leaned into this list title, which is hilarious because Mike gave me the warning. Hey, watch him, man, watch him. He's a cheater. That kind of funny stuff. Not that he's an actual cheater. Don't get me wrong. Preston's a super nice kid. Um, but he was running Cities of Sigmar in the Collegiate Arcane Fed or Expendium, Expedium. I can't even read that word right now.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
You know what I'm talking about. That one. You guys can read it.
Expedition?
Yeah. See, yeah, that's what.
Well, it's hard to read on the computer.
Yeah. But he was 4 drops, which was and I was 4 drops, so neither of us got the reroll for the double thing. He was running Pontifex, the soggy Pontifex, which turns
Yeah.
out it's really fucking good.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
2 reinforced units of Freegill Cavaliers, a Battle Mage on Heraconum, a Warden King, a reinforced unit of Hammerers, a Free Guild Marshal, Cavalier Marshal,
Yep.
and then 2 individual Heraconums.
Yeah, me and Ethan talked about that this afternoon when I saw who you were playing. I was like, wow, this list is wild.
Yeah, it was not good. It's not good to play against. It was a lot of like, it was a lot of techie things built into this.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was really one real techie piece, and then basically mortal wound shooting. And then he had he used the cav as screens because they were just kind of wound dense, I guess.
Yeah.
So the way this works and not playing against the Pontifex or the new Pontifex rules, I've not played against it before.
Yeah.
And even though someone tells you what something does, it's kind of hard to like visualize what's going to happen until it happens. Right? So the Pontifex has a prayer. If you get the prayer off, anywhere on the board, they can pick 3 human units and bring those units back within a 12-inch bubble of her. Right? So it's like a recall type of thing to get stuff back or whatever. Which was, he told me that. He didn't cheat. He didn't gotcha me or nothing like that. He told me. So for turn 1, well, do you know the Heraconums, how they work?
Yeah, Ethan told me every turn they do additional D3s of mortals, right?
Yeah. So they're shooting, right. It's a shooting, it's ability in the shooting phase, so it's not a shooting attack, but each of them get a D3 mortal wound shot, basically.
Yeah.
And it adds dice per round that you're in. So round 1 is just 1d3, round 2, 2d3, and each one of you's got 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
So those are deployed in the back because it's 18-inch range, and he can just move them. He can even run them and shoot because it's not a shooting attack; it's an ability in the shooting phase.
Right.
So it doesn't prevent you from like running and doing that. So I was like, cool. I got to stay outside of 18 because I don't want to get mortal wounded to death. So he deployed those in the back along with Zenestra. And then he had all of his cav in the middle as screens and his hammers behind the screen. And his couple little heroes. So turn 1, He he runs up a Huracanum within range of my deployed line, and he also gave the command of 3d6 charge to one of his cav units that was flanked. So let's put a pause on that just for a second. My deployment was different this game than any other game I've deployed in.
Okay.
Because after looking at the stuff and knowing that like I had to get across the board, I couldn't just sit there and take the shooting, right? I had to get to him, and I had to get to him the fastest way possible. So instead of bubbling Usharan with the horrors, they started off on the flank. Both unit of Morbegs were coupled like this around Usharan.
Sure.
And Usharan was as far forward as I could get him because two Morbegs were like sideways in the middle.
Right.
And he was already up in there. So I went, this is the fastest path straight across the board. And we were playing ley lines. So, you know, if you control all three in a line this way or in a line across,
yeah,
you get the max points.
Right.
So he moved up one of his scoop, and now we're back to where I was talking about. So he moved up a Hurricane, and he brought down a unit of Cav.
Okay.
Shot me with the Hurricane, which also he put the treasures on all three Hurricanes. So my eyes got real big. He didn't move shit else. He moved a Hurricane up into my face, like 12 inches away or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the Cav unit came down, charged 3d6 charged into my horrors, killed 3 horrors. The Hurricane just did D3, I don't know, whatever, it just didn't matter what he shot. I think he shot into the horrors, but you know, it wasn't juiced up yet.
Yep.
And I went, in my mind, the whole time he's taking the turn, I'm going, okay, on my turn, I'm pumping Courtier full of points. I'm going to get that whole unit of horrors back, and I'm going to smack the fuck out of those guys. And then my Morbegs are going to fly up and surround this stupid Hurricane, and I'm going to pop that off. I'm going to kill 2 of his units in my first turn. Right? So I do all my bookkeeping, pass the hero phase off to him. He had some banked prayer points already, and then he says, I cast Pontifex's Return to Me prayer, bang, got it, picks up the Cav, picks up the Hurricane, fucking tosses him in the back of his shit. Before I move, nothing's really reachable. Stuff's reachable, but it wasn't the stuff I was planning on killing.
Yeah.
So now I have to go into his whole brick of shit, right? So I have to get out there. I got to be in range of all the rest of his shooting. Problems, okay? Problems arose that I wasn't prepared or thought about yet. So I was like, okay, this sucks. So on the first turn, I made my home objective obscuring because I deployed my foot heroes on it. At least he can't shoot off my foot heroes, is what I thought, right?
Yep.
So I move up. I said, this has got to be a full send because I just can't constantly take all this bullshit he's going to do. He's going to do that every turn, right? He's going to keep recycling stuff in my face, pulling it back, and I'm not dealing with that. So both more big units fly up, and Usharan. I think that was it. Those 3. I moved up the Haunter Courtier too. All that shit charged his cab that he had to pull. He did pull out a unit of cab barely so he could tag one of the side objectives and still kind of screen his stuff.
Sure.
Got all that shit in there. I go, make them strike last. He countercharges his other cav unit that he just pulled back from my front line into my Morbegs, which was fan-fucking-tastic, by the way, because they also get +1 damage on the charge. The Cavalier Hero gives them a command to give them +2 attacks. So it was like, oh, and then they have this ability, something like on a 4-up, but he can make it a 3-up somehow. If he rolls a 3-up, they count as charged, even if they didn't make a charge.
Okay.
So they're gonna get the +1 damage
I
if he
like to
rolls a
see
3-up,
that.
basically, right? So I was like, I don't care. I mean, I got to do something. So now I'm fighting. I killed half of both of those units of cav, not full units. And I was like, well, at least I took the objectives. And my horrors moved up to take one of the flanks. So I had enough after killing some of the cav off, and I had a ley line, so I scored 10. Also, I took back an objective that he previously held, so I got all the points plus a tactic, which made him the underdog. And I don't think leyline, I can't remember, but I don't think leyline's super important. Oh, leyline is the one I think where you like can pop off you get bonuses toward fighting like endless spells or something, or manifestations.
Yeah.
So it
So
wasn't
now,
like, it wasn't devastating. Yeah. So then he goes again, and start of 2, I make the middle objective obscuring. No, the right flank objective obscuring. Because that's where my horrors were, and I didn't want them just to get shot off either, right?
right.
So we do another round of fighting. He had then moved in he got his hammerers out of his home objective, made an 11-inch charge. How was that? Oh, shit. Yeah, made an 11-inch charge into me. Sucked. Killed his hammers and his cav. All killed. He killed off a whole unit of Morbegs. I went, wow, that didn't go great. So my turn. I said, well, I got to punch him back hard enough, right? Now, mind you, he hadn't got a ley line yet either. He scored 1, 2, and more, but not a ley line.
Okay.
So I know that I'm kind of ahead of him if I keep pace. So once that happens, I do my recursion, get the 3 Morbegs back on the board from the 6 that just died, put them outside of 9 of the Pontifex that was sitting in the back. My other Morbeg unit, how did I do that? They got into... They were down to 2 at one point. So it must have been after turn 2. This must be turn 3 that I'm talking about. So they were down to 2 models. They retreated out of combat onto his home objective because he gave me a bubble of like, I don't know, this much space between 3-inch markers between his stuff that was all in the back that he didn't want me to touch.
Yep.
They retreated over the top of him into that blank space. By this time, I had enough deed points on my dudes to start doing massive recursion. Moved up my heroes so they could be in the bubble range of recursion. The horrors mopped up the rest of it, all of his cav. That was in the middle. And he had his hammerers now in combat with Usharan. So when I made recursion into the unit of 2 Morbegs, they became 5 or 6, something like that. And now that brick of idiots was 3 inches away from his Heraconums. Made the 9-inch charge into the Pontifex with the 3 Morbegs, put the other big group of Morbegs into a Heraconum. got Usharan to give the hammer a strike last. So fight the Pontifex. Knocked her down to 4 wounds left with 3 dudes. The other big brick of Morbegs killed half of a Hurricanum. Apparently they're fucking tanky as shit too. Whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't care. It's control 5. I had 6 on the objective with the flag bearer, right? So now it's Usharan's turn. Usharan punked the fuck out of those 20 hammers. There was 3 left after he fought them. 17 wounds go through on a 3-up, 5-up, because he gave him the 5-up ward. That was fantastic. I think he missed all but one save, like ward save. After that much damage went through to his, I think he failed like almost all of his armor saves. So now it was like all of his cav was gone, at least enough. Well, he had I think he had 2 cav left in 1 unit, but it was irrelevant, right? All the hammers were gone, but 3 dudes, so they weren't punking nothing out. The Pontifex lived. The Hurricanum lived. I scored another ley line. Then it was looking bleak for him. His turn. Pumped 17 mortal damage into the 3 Morbeg Knights that were on his Pontifex, so the Pontifex wouldn't die. My Morbegs go up in smoke because that's a fuck ton of mortals that I couldn't save. But on that turn 3 or turn 4 or whatever it was, I made the middle objective obscuring, so he couldn't target anything that was touching the middle, which was all the rest of my stuff. So, I mean, I made some smart plays with the obscuring terrain, which you need to do against shooting armies. And I was a little bit sad that I didn't kill the Pontifex. But by this point in the game, like, all my stuff was surrounding him, so he wasn't like doing his whole run stuff out and bring it back mechanic anyways. So I guess it kind of didn't matter. I was just hoping to kill that thing just for shits and gigs. But it actually came down to the last turn where he was like, I got 1 play that can score me some extra points.
Yeah.
He ran one of his Hurricanums around the flank, and he's like, all right, if I run him over here and you don't kill him, there's a way that I could maybe get him to shoot one of your foot heroes off. You know what I mean? He would get a beer or a treasure for that.
Yeah.
And if he lived, he might have took a flank objective that turn. Blah blah blah. There was a way for him to score some extra points. So he spread out. Pontifex failed the prayer for once. The horrors that were now back to full had Deranged Transformation on them. So the horrors and the Haunter Courtier shifted over to the side. Both made the charge. Haunter fights. Now I'm on 3s and 2s with all of the horrors with extra attacks. Smoked that Hurricanum off the table. I get a treasure. I get another ley line. He can't score his tactic in turn 5. I end up winning the game by a total of 10 points, but that was like the swing that it needed and to prevent him from scoring. So, yeah.
Like, the score was more than 10 points when I looked at it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was looking on the stupid app. It was the app doesn't score stuff right. I was just looking on the app for tabletop battles. For some reason, it doesn't add the totals up quite right. So what was it? 75 to 45. Once I like tallied up the rest of the points I would score in turn 5, and he couldn't score. So but it was close. I mean, like I edged him out a couple points each turn, which I felt good about because he wasn't scoring ley lines. But
Right.
I think his idea was like, I'm gonna do this mechanic where I send my Hurricanums out, and they're human units, so you can just bring them back. Or if he wants to 3d6 charge a cav unit or whatever he wanted to do. The only thing he couldn't do it with was the hammers, but those guys were just there to pounce on something when somebody got close to him, right?
Right.
I just punked him out, and then I was so close to him he couldn't do the go out, shoot something, come back thing. And all the objectives that I had guys touching had obscuring. So he like it was limiting his targets for the shooting ability, and like I said, I think I just played it smart against
Doesn't
his
matter if it
list.
was smart. You got the dub.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like the things I did during the game helped me prevent dying from all the mortal wounds he was able to start pumping out toward the end of the game. And I don't know, maybe if I didn't do that, maybe he pops Usharon off, maybe he shoots another, full unit of Morbegs off, or this or that, right? And
Right.
I got the win, man. 5-0.
Got the 5-0. That's the moral of the
5-0.
story.
Yeah, so some weird games, like, you play against a cities list that was different from anything that I've played before.
Yeah.
You played the corn guy that didn't want to engage.
What?
Yeah. And then played the Nurgle matchup that had the Alpha Strike thing that just didn't work the way it worked in every one of his other games.
Yeah.
And then a scary Croak Bomb list with big monsters and really slappy units, and it just like when you look back at it, I think like in each game that I played, something really went right for me in that game, right? And it
Yep.
wasn't necessarily like I made all the big brain plays. It was just like Usharon fought something and popped off, or I killed something that it should have lived, or right, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean it's fun. I was telling guys at the end, like, it's kind of a weird feeling. Like, you're super excited to get a 5-0, right? Because that's like the ultimate goal in what we do is try to win a tournament. And you finally do, and I was super excited, like in my chest. But you don't want to jump up and down and be crazy and stuff because you don't want the opponents to feel like shitty for just losing. But you also kind of like want to celebrate your win.
Sure.
So that's kind of a weird thing to feel like you feel super great on your own accomplishment, but then you also feel bad for someone that didn't win. So I kept it together. Um, yeah, it's cool. It was a relief, after playing 5 games that, um, you know, took me like what 4 years, 4 years playing this army to finally win an event. So that feels vindicated on sticking with it. I think.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Um, Probably not going to switch armies anytime soon. Feck's coming out with a new book fairly soon because they've just announced that last week. So we'll see how that ends up being. However, well, I don't have it next to me, but the prize for winning, I got another Soulblight Spearhead box and a Vampire Lord on Steed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
Teeing up for your next one.
Yeah, I mean, like there wasn't anything else I would have really grabbed. They had one of the big Feck Battle Force boxes as a prize, but I already own all that. I
Yeah,
didn't need
useless.
it. So the way it worked was I won the best general or whatever, Mike won Best Chaos. Walter won Best Order. No, I'm sorry. I made it. Preston won Best Order because he lost to me. But Luke won Best Death because I won Best General.
Oh, so you couldn't be best death. So he was
Right.
second best death.
Yeah.
Nice.
So 3-2 best.
Who won best overall?
Me. I think they just did one actually because they didn't do like
No
paint
paint for it.
score. Well, there was a paint contest that just went to the paint winner. You know what I'm saying? So there was best general, and then best in faction, paint, the 2-3 prize,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's a cool event. Like I said, the store is really awesome. I think I told you about that store last time I went down there
Yeah,
with
you
the
said it was a
guys.
great store. And
Yeah,
then you said that the guys that run that store were at Decepticon and really liked the store in that in Milwaukee, right? Is that the one?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I didn't have a bad time there. Of course, winning doesn't really kind of skews like the winner didn't have a bad time. I wonder why, because he won. But it was a nice event. It's a cool place. You got a couple places that you can walk across the street and get lunch at, so that's cool. I did
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
awesome.
You don't got to, you don't even have to drive anywhere. They do have a cool store. They got a big room of used models. Like
Yeah.
people trade in their stuff, and they mark it all down like 40% off MSRP. And it's all built. They're just in like Ziploc bags on hangers on the shelves. So they got, and it's basically like it's just a GW used model room. So there's
Yeah, so
40K
it's
and
kind of like
AOS
what
in there.
Daryl does,
Yeah, yeah, right.
like a light version of what Daryl does.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of cool because you could get something cheaper in there if you needed something.
Yeah, I
Um,
buy stuff for people all the time with the used models. Sometimes it's even painted well. I had just bought Jared up in Lansing some stuff for his daughters a cane that I found at one of the stores up there. So
oh, cool.
yeah, definitely definitely a good way to get the models if you need them and you can't find them anywhere else or you're like sick of building shit.
Yeah,
Um, one thing that we haven't done yet that we should probably do is at least talk about our sponsors since we're doing a show.
sure.
Um, so we got Gray Matter Games. We get all of our mats from them. Um, if you use the code that's in our corner, is it still there?
No, I'll pull it up.
All right.
Yeah, right here. Five
You
percent off
get
with code OMG.
yep 5% off with code MG, and then T for its treasures is back to sponsoring us again, so that's cool. Um, Mrs. Anderson, and then do we have anybody else?
Yeah, Jeremy
Maybe,
with Mimics Den 3D
yeah,
printing.
Mimicsnet.
Yep.
Printing terrain and things like that. So make sure we touch base, talk about those guys. We probably should have done it earlier, but if you made it to the end of the show, you get to see all that. That's good. Um, and then let's give a quick clap for Jake for the 5-0, first 5-0 for the team. So I love to see it. And I don't know. Is there anything else to talk about except for maybe incoming eminent chaos dwarves?
Did you print? You printed one?
Oh, this is a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
I printed this boy a long time ago and painted him up. And
Nice.
so just be ready because I'm bringing the noise. I'm bringing the noise.
Yeah, that's gonna be super fun to see on the table because if nobody knows, I don't know, you must have been living under a rock, but the Chaos Dwarves were announced on the it was Friday, right? Yeah, Friday afternoons,
Yeah.
GW's live Twitch show, reveal show, I think they call it. But yeah, Chaos Dwarves had a big segment in there for AOS, and got to preview a lot of the models, and I think
We're finally here, boys.
98% of those models were fantastic.
110% of the models
I
were the
think there
best
were,
models.
I think
designed
there
by
was
GW.
one that I didn't
Yeah,
care for as much,
that's
but
okay. You're wrong. You play Feck. Literally the ugliest models ever designed by GW, with the exception of Ushran. And you're talking shit about the most glorious fucking line of models ever designed by GW.
okay, buddy, settle down.
I'm like, I got my Ushran ready on the disc. As soon as we're done with that, I'm rolling with Chaos Dwarfs. So as soon as that book comes out, I don't even need to build the stuff. I will, and I'm gonna buy it all. It don't matter. But I'm gonna be playing day one, and we're gonna be learning it. So
Hey, if you guys are still here and you can see Josh's desk rising up, you know what's happening.
fucking Chaos Dwarfs. That's what's happening, boys.
You need a cold shower, I think, is what you
No,
need.
I'm fine. I'm fired up. I'm psyched. I'm gonna go fix the printer right now. I might buy a second printer so I can fucking print shit faster.
Ah, well, that's an option. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like that's gonna be super cool. We were trying to like craft on their their rules on the way home today, since we didn't have
Crush
anything to
souls,
do.
take
But
names. Yeah, those are the rules that I
yeah,
like. Yeah, it should just say I win.
well, I mean, like, just by some of the snippets, little bits in the article that they put out, about some of the heroes and stuff. It was like one guy's clearly gonna heal the war machines.
Sure, mechanic kind of guy.
Yeah, the other guy is gonna give out a ward
Okay, who cares?
because he says something about the lets units shrug off damage, which clearly is a ward ability.
Checks out.
So now, what is your take on the stat line of the regular infantry troops?
Threes and threes, Ren 2, 3 damage each, and 2 up
you're
save.
you're on crack.
Yeah, boys, that's what they're gonna be.
you,
Right, you heard it here first. Write that down.
you and Luke are both delusional beyond
They'll also
repair.
have a 5 up ward save.
No, they
The
won't.
infantry. That's what they had in the old book. I don't know.
I know that's what Luke did. I swear to you, Luke looks up, he types up, gets it up on his phone. He's like, "This is the old rules that they had in Warhammer Fantasy days," and
Yeah,
we're like,
boys.
"That
Thanks,
was
Luke.
like more than 10 years ago." They're not going to have all that.
They'll
They
have it
may
all.
have some kind of version of that, but there's no way the infantry just natively has 5 up ward on a 3 up save
I don't
because
know why
that's
you're such a hater.
insane.
It's what
They
it's gonna
just
be.
won't, and they probably won't even hit on threes and threes because dwarves don't do that.
Well, then they'll have a way to buff it to threes and threes.
Well, maybe, yeah, sure, with all out attack, they're going to be fours and threes.
But they're chaos dwarves, dude. They're not dwarves. They're fucking basically chaos warriors. Um, that are just short. They're short chaos warriors,
Yeah, sure.
but more badass. They pray and cast spells.
Anyhow, it will be cool
And they
to
have
see.
cannons.
Yeah, artillery, it's fine, whatever.
Yep, they got blunderbusses.
They actually have cannons on arms of a giant bull, which is kind of cool too.
I mean, they got 2 fucking giant bulls.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's no. I
I
mean,
like it. It's gonna look fantastic because some people are gonna paint the shit out of that.
I'm already planning. I'm doing non-metallic metal.
Oh wow, there's a
Full
lot of
army.
metal. There's a lot of metal.
Full army, non-metallic metal. Write this down. You heard it here first.
Well, you ain't painting an army in a week then, so you better get cracking.
I don't need to. It's not out yet.
I know, but I'm saying like when it comes out and you want to play it at a GT, you better
I'm
start
gonna have all the
painting
printed ones
immediately.
I'll play with until the real ones are ready.
Oh, well, we don't allow printed models.
We do. We actually do allow it, except for corn.
Oh,
We don't allow
yeah.
corn printed stuff, but we do
Sorry,
let
Mike.
cast dwarves. It's legal.
Just chaos dwarves. Only that, huh?
Well, in the meantime, I could play something else until it's printed. I don't really know. I've been thinking about bases. I'm like, am I gonna do lava bases? Am I gonna do? I'm like, I got a lot to come up with here.
Sorry, I was just reading something that Justin tagged me in on the Discord. something about the Heraconums. Once per turn, your shooting phase. Yeah, I don't think maybe I said the words wrong. Did I say something wrong? Is Justin still out there? They didn't charge after they got retreated back off the Sinestra's prayer, and once per turn they got to use their shooting ability. So I don't know if I explained it wrong or not. I don't know.
It don't matter.
Or
I'm
maybe he
sure
was
the guy
just
knew how to run his
just
army.
put yeah, maybe he was just sticking it in there. I don't know.
Maybe he was trying to help. Um,
Help me explain what was going
yeah,
on.
like he was just telling you what it did.
Yeah, probably that.
Justin Crandall's a nice man like that. He'll help a brother out.
He is. He is.
Yeah, I'm just looking at all the chaos store stuff I got. I'm fired up.
But yeah. Anyways, that was the Grimnir's Revenge GT. Probably try to go to that one some more. I think their next one they said that it was going to be in October, sometime in October. Um, don't know if that will really work with the Michigan GT being in October
Yeah,
also.
yeah, we'll have to figure
Um,
it out.
but like I said, if we don't hit that one, um, they got two of these a year, so I mean they run enough events to where we could get back down there at some point. Yeah, very fun. Uh, Ran well event. I know they had some issues with drops. One on day
Yeah,
one and one on day two, something like that.
yeah, and it
Um,
looked like there was only 29 guys, so there was an odd number. And they didn't have
yeah,
a. That's kind of a bummer.
yeah. It was a little off, and they didn't have a ringer, so there was a buy that was handed out. Um, but I mean, what are you gonna do when there's no, you know, when there's no ringer to fill in? Um, that's just what it's just what happens. But
Yep.
like I said, they handled it well. I mean, yeah, when you just know it being a TO that like stuff's going to come up. You got to make a decision on it and roll with it, whatever. And it was kind of seamless for the player's perspective, at least. I think they had to make one adjustment on day two when when the second guy had dropped, um, to fix some of the pairings real quick. But I mean, that was nothing.
Yeah, Granny, they if no one fills the drop, you have to give somebody a buy, and so they get max points, or I think they gave 40 points. It looks like,
Yeah,
um,
you get a win for not playing, basically.
and their points didn't matter, so it was
Yeah,
literally on wins.
just a win.
So they gave a win, and so they got a win. So I mean, it helps you in your standings, but it's kind of a bummer to pay the amount that we pay to play in these GTS and then get a buy.
Yeah,
I complained when I got a buy
especially
in an RTT.
well,
So
especially for like because there are a decent amount of players that come from out of town, so that you got travel expense on top of ticket price, and that kind of thing, and then it's a feel bads thing when you sign up for an event and you want to play 5 games. You signed up to play 5 games, and then you only get four. I get that. Um, a lot of tournaments will declare a ringer. They'll have someone on the staff of the TOs, or they just have somebody set up to like, hey, hang out with us, and if we have a drop, fill in, play a game, that kind of thing, just so everybody has a game to play. Um, I had to fill in an RGT because I had drops in the one we ran last year or
yeah, I think
earlier
you
this
played
year,
two
but
games. I played one game.
yeah, it was something like that, or 2 or 3 games. I don't remember. But you don't want somebody just sitting. So we filled in, gave him a game,
Oh, hey,
gave
Bridget.
still gave him the win. Oh, okay. I was like, for a minute there, I was like, who's the gamer granny? Do you know the gamer granny?
I don't know, but now I do.
I wasn't putting two and two
We're
together,
2 hours
but
in, and Gamer Granny's here
yeah,
holding strong with us. So
appreciate you viewing the stupid ass show we run here, Bridget.
listening to mostly Jake talking all night tonight. He was rambling
Yeah,
on about these damn games,
I
but it
had
was
to,
good to
man.
hear. It was fun.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the 5.0 is documented. It's on the internet forever, and pretty happy, pretty happy. But
Very nice.
now the goal is to get Josh to 5.0.
I'll be cool with 4-1. I don't want to 5-0 till I get those chaos stores on the table.
You don't want to 5.0 with nothing else but Chaos Dwarfs.
No, I'm not like I swear to God, I'm only ever playing chaos stores ever. I don't care if they suck.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't care that effect sucked for a while. I put in the time.
You told me last week that they have the lowest win rate in the game right now.
Ooh, feck?
Yeah, that's what you told me. You're like they're a 40% win rate.
That wasn't the lowest.
I know it wasn't the low. I meant like you. That's what
Oh,
you're.
they did.
I know. I
I
looked
seen
at
the
it.
stats.
I looked it up to make sure you weren't lying.
Yeah, no, I seen it. Now, and that, I think that was just from the new GHB on. It was not all of fourth edition.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's all that really matters.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm just saying, that's what it was. That's where the stats are pulled from, and I think there's only really been like 3 good weekends of tournaments
Yeah.
because I think last weekend, Rob was saying, or somebody was saying, that last weekend the amount of games played were more than the previous 2 weekends combined.
Yeah.
So it was like you got a bunch of stats week 3 into the GHB, and then they compiled the stats, and then that's where stuff sat. Now, I will say this: I looked through. I tried to do some research on FEC lists to see like make sure I wasn't missing anything or whatever. Like if somebody like if they're running the new soggy war scrolls or this or that, I didn't want to be like, oh, maybe I should try this out.
Right.
All of the lists that I saw were no better than 2-3, and none of the
Perfectly.
yeah for FEC, and none of the lists were what I was running,
Well,
which didn't help. And uh, a lot of the lists were weird. Like I thought was weird. Like they'll bring a Terrorgeist because it fit probably with points, or they wanted to
right.
run flares. There was a lot of lists with flares, and I'm like, oh god, they suck. They suck. Maybe because they just wanted shooting. I don't know. Or they thought maybe these guys will be the guys that just fly around and tag objectives or something.
Yeah.
But Morbegs just do it better. I, I don't know.
Yeah. I
I
think
just
I
think it
might.
was like dumb lists or not as competitive lists, type of thing. But
Yeah, I might be the only one playing the way I'm playing my Soul Blade. I haven't seen a lot of people playing.
yeah, I think that's true. Um, they did have a GW sanctioned tournament out in Tacoma, Washington, out like near Seattle
Yeah.
this weekend that had 100 players. So we were checking some of the stats on that. There was a few guys that were running Soul Blight lists. I think one of the guys might have been 4-0 at the time when I was looking at it. The one list that was similar to yours, well, at least similar to the list you're going to try, had the Usharan Regiment of Renown, had Voldry, had 2 units of 10 Blood Knights,
Oh,
a what else did he have?
not
Some
much.
some min units or whatever else fit in there. Maybe a unit of Vargeist, and uh, maybe that was it.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I
about
don't know.
actually cutting my Vargeist in half so I can use it as more of a scout type thing.
Yeah, but um, yeah, I thought that list was pretty cool. Like 2x10. I don't know. 2x10 is a huge footprint with
I know
Voldry.
that just takes a lot of space.
If there's not a bunch of terrain in your way, it's fantastic. I think because if
And
those
Voldry has
units
got
just
a
slam
huge
shit,
footprint too.
yeah, Do you find yourself wanting to fight with him a lot, or just being near stuff that fights?
I don't bring him in right away, but later I definitely bring him in, and he definitely wrecks shop.
Bridget, you
Yeah, you
better
haven't
pick.
gotten a lot of games against me. I think you played my first time playing with this list, and then we played a little bit on TTS while I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think we
But
got like
we
one
haven't
and a
played a
half
lot of
games
games
in.
against this list, and unfortunately, I'm going to be gone until next Sunday after tonight. But I'll be off for a week then. But then again, I have to get a lot of my painting done too.
Yeah, you got to
So,
get that done. So I get it.
but maybe we'll get in some games just so I can run some
Yeah.
against you.
Well, you also need that because that's what you're going to run at NashCon anyway. So you got to get the games in, get you a few more practice
I played
games.
some against Ethan, but not much. Bridget, you play Skaven?
Yeah, she's a rat. She's a rat chick,
Okay.
not ratchet. Rat chick.
Oh, she's not an old ratchet.
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that sounded when it first came out. I was like, let me clarify that. Yeah, she was picking up Skaven at the store um, when the edition launched, and then she works second shift or midnight shift. So I think midnight shift. So it's hard for her to come play games like before work before she had to
That's
go
a
in.
bummer.
But you do pick up the new GHB. Also, um, find a new job, and then that will free your schedule up to come to the store and play games. I think that's the way to go about doing that.
That's logical.
Yeah. Every decision you make in life should be centered around Age of Sigmar and how to play more games in your schedule with people with like schedules.
Yeah. I went on a date once, and Jake was like, "What are you thinking, dude? Because I could play Warhammer whenever I want." And he's like, "You get a girlfriend, you might not be able to go to tournaments and stuff, but I still going. I'll just bring her with me."
Okay. Hey, that's what I do. Wife's coming with. So yeah, so maybe we'll do. Now we won't do another show directly after NashCon because that's crazy. Because we're driving back Monday. I want to say
Yeah, we probably shouldn't do
something
one
like
from
that.
the rooms.
Yeah,
I mean, we could do one. We could do late in the week, like Tuesday.
yeah. We'll do another one, a recap that, but that's the next GT that we're gonna play in.
Yeah, you are
That's mid
running our
August.
RTT
Oh
in
yeah,
August.
yeah.
So we
August
should.
9th. Okay, here's the plug. If you guys are still around, it's 2 hours into the show. Hopefully you're here. Should have done it at the beginning. August 9th is the next RTT at the Our House Games in Monroe. We have 13 signups currently. It's about 3 weeks away, 2 or 3 weeks away now, and we need to fill like another 10 seats.
I'm not going to
So
be there, so that's probably
yeah.
why a lot of people aren't coming. They heard I wasn't
Oh
going to be there.
yeah. Josh isn't there to give out free wins to people, so yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
something like that.
But if you want to play some games with us, come on down. We'll gladly have you. Hit me up on Discord or some socials, or just sign up through the BCP link that we have in the Discord and other places, whatever. But yeah, come on out. We'll have a lot of fun. We normally have 20 to 24 players each RTT. We got some prize support to give away, and 3 games of Warhammer to be had. So
Fun times.
yeah, but I think it was a little long winded on the game recap, but I want to get it documented, so I didn't leave you guys hanging. On the drive back, I got tagged in so many freaking messages about some congratulatory things and a couple like, oh man, can't wait to see the video of the recap and that kind of thing. So we wanted to get it in while it was kind of fresh today. So
Well, that, and I'm not going to be available to do it for another
oh yeah,
week.
your
So this
schedule
is the
was
time.
off. So it was going to happen, I think, regardless if you were available or not today, because I
Yeah, it
wanted to do it.
sounds like Luke just bought a headphone and a webcam, so
Oh, yeah.
he's trying to get my job.
Was that 1.5 sheds?
Yeah, something like that. I
One
don't
and a
know.
half
I don't
sheds to
get the
get that.
sheds thing, but you'll have to tell me off there.
So, anyways, all right, guys. Thanks for listening, and thanks for the nice messages you guys were sending me, congratulating me on the win. I'll try to get more wins, but it was super hard. But did it. So, yay me.
All right. Goodbye, friends.
See you.